Welcome back to BunkaiGaming, this is Matt. This year is going to be an extremely busy year regarding FPS games. As we all know, Battlefield 1 releases on the 21st of October, then on the 28th we see the release of Titanfall 2, then on the 4th of November we'll then see the release of Infinite Warfare and Call of Duty Remastered. With Battlefield 1 returning to its more traditional roots and returning back to the class systems and going away from a lot of the more modern day technology, I think you're going to find that a lot of people will be extremely interested in this game and there'll be a lot of interest behind it and a lot of people out there playing it. We then have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Sure, there has been a lot of hate directed towards this game, but the core gameplay that we saw at E3 looks exciting and fun. But that's not even counting that the Call of Duty 4 Remastered Edition is also included with this game, which I feel that a lot of gamers out there, and especially a lot of people who play first-person shooters, are definitely going to buy because they want to play the game and they have so many fond memories of actually playing it. So you're going to find a great uptake in Call of Duty 4 at least, of a lot of people out there playing the game itself when it comes out. But this leaves Titanfall 2 as the middle child left between the big brother Battlefield 1 and the younger brother Call of Duty. And where is this going to leave the game in the long run? And have they actually doomed it to fail due to the fact that they're releasing it so quickly after Battlefield 1 itself? From my perspective, I actually really enjoyed Titanfall. I liked the movement system, I liked the Titans or the mechs themselves, and I liked that there was only a small subset of weapons and a small subset of classes and abilities and perks as such, and you could really get in and quickly just play the game and not have to do a lot to get there. But that was one of the core complaints of the game itself. There was no customization, no depth to the game. You couldn't spend time going through and trying to unlock a great many things because you could unlock them very quickly and very easily. And this caused a problem, and this is why the population died so quickly. And as we heard from E3, a lot of people who got to play the demo actually said that Titanfall 2 is different from the original. The pilots felt more heavier, the movement felt a little bit different, and wasn't the same to the original game. Also, the Titans have many different abilities now, and are not similar in sense to what they were in the original game. So will this be enough to be able to keep people's interest, or will people actually be put off by the way they've changed the game itself? Then throw into mix that the majority of gamers probably have a limited budget that they can spend on gaming. So if we have a look at the Australian market, on average, games when they're released are usually around anywhere from the $80 to $120 mark per title. So if we have a look at the fact that 3 titles are being released over 3 weeks, gamers probably are lucky if they can afford 1 to 2 of these titles. And so when they come to look at what they're going to buy, I think they're going to look at Titanfall 2 and think to themselves, I think I'm not going to pass on that one and I'll go for the other 2 titles. And this is going to leave Titanfall 2 in a very bad position. And I actually shake my head at the fact that EA is releasing these 2 titles only 7 days apart. Now I can see the reasoning that they're probably thinking of using Titanfall 2 as a competitor to Infinite Warfare, but I wonder if they actually realise the actual impact of this, as it will be reflected in the sales of the game itself and the player base that will be playing the game. I also worry that a lot of people are pinning their hopes because the fact that Titanfall 2 has a single player campaign, which again I am looking forward to, but the question is how much enjoyment are you going to get out of that and how much replayability are you going to get out of that? And there's a point in time where playing single player is great, but it does become tedious and boring and you want to have more excitement with multiplayer. But where is that going to leave the multiplayer if there's only a very small population out there? Is it going to be the case where people are just going to get frustrated like they did with the original Titanfall when the population died off so quickly? And the fact that people will be then attaching that same stigma that was in the original game to this game and saying that Titanfall is just this never-ending constant failure. And why should I bother to continue with playing the series if another one comes out? And it's disappointing to me that the fact that EA, whether it's an intentional or unintentional thing, seem to be sabotaging Titanfall 2's release. And I feel it will be just overshadowed by the fact that Battlefield 1's release will just be so huge, and then we have Call of Duty, which also will be a huge juggernaut going along, and it will just not be given that time to shine and be the title that it can actually be. But this is unfortunately becoming a symptom of the gaming world these days, that developers are releasing games on an ever-increasing schedule. And there's just this flood of games month after month that are coming out to the market. And it's not leaving enough time for the gamers to actually spend time to actually devote themselves and spend quality time with the game, because they have to rush through it to be able to get ready to play the next game that's coming out within weeks. So the outlook for Titanfall 2 is it's going to suffer from middle child syndrome. Basically, everybody knows it's there, but doesn't take much notice of it, and will just be focusing either on the oldest or the youngest in regards, which is unfortunate. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a comment below if you enjoyed what I had to say here, so that I can get some feedback, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you, bye.